Welcome back to Brighter Rays. This week we're looking at 1 John 2, 18 through 27. And today we're calling this They Are Here. And we're going to be looking at verse 18. So John begins by calling his readers children again. I love this about John's writings. He's about to talk about the antichrist. And, the spirit of the antichrist working in people. And he first turns to his readers and says, children. He doesn't soften or candy coat the razor-sharp truths he's delivering, though. What he's saying is dividing. It's definitive. It's concise. He is hitting hard. He's letting the blows hit hard against false theology and those that are false Christians. Yet you still feel the love and care pouring out of his pen. The reason why John is writing in such a powerful way is because he's loving them. If he didn't love them, he could have just thrown up some softball truths that everyone believes, even pagans would agree with, and then called it a day. But he's going for the death blow here against all those that are masquerading in the church as Christians, even though they're not. He's exposing who are the wheat and who are the tares. It's important for John to do this because we're living in the last hour, he says. If you look back at verse 17, John says that whoever does the will of God abides forever, or literally abides to the age. The age that he's talking about is eternal age, forever. But we know we're in the last hour. That's where we're at now. The age is passing away, along with the world and all its stuff. The Bible calls the time before the second advent of Christ the last days, the last hour, or the end of days. Are we living in the end times? Yes, we are. Are we close to the end? Every day we're getting closer. Will we be on earth when this age ends and the next begins? No one knows for certain, but we know that we are in the last hour of this age because of the existence of antichrists. 1 John reminds them that the antichrist is coming, the one who Jesus said in John 5:43 that the people would believe in if they didn't believe in him. In 2 Thessalonians 2:3, Paul calls this person the man of lawlessness and a son of destruction. These teachings on the Antichrist, the people already knew. And so they knew that one was coming at the end of this age. But John lets them know that even at the end of his writing, at the time of his writing, there were predecessors to the final Antichrist in the world. The spirit of the Antichrist was alive and well and working in the church. There were already many Antichrists at work. And there still are. The prefix anti can mean in place of, or opposed to, or against. We can see the final Antichrist will do both, and blatantly so, but in some sense, all those that claim to know God and yet do not do his commands, and hate those whom they should love, both put themselves in the place of Christ and oppose him. And so we should see this, we need to recognize that this is the last days because there's Antichrist. In fact, John was saying at that time we had already entered into the last days. We are already in the last hour. So beginning back then until now, we are in the last hour. What does that mean for your eschatology? Let you figure that out. But that's where we're at. So that's it for today. So come back tomorrow and we'll take a look at verse 19.